football league that happens to be played by people who are 18, 19, 20, 21, and in BYU's case, 24 and 25-year-olds.
Well, the main case is they're still enrolled in a university.
They're still enrolled in a university, but they're not, a lot of times, I mean, we've seen with the North Carolina scandal, like, they weren't even doing their work. They were like, people were doing their work for them. And there's like, I think Florida State had the same issue like a year or two ago. And this is, also for football. But the fact that we're so like shocked, oh my God, like you kind of what you said in the beginning, like finally someone caught someone for this, because it's obvious that this has been going on for a long time. And it's just, it's shocking that it came out, and it's shocking that it's like actually being investigated. And of course, it's not by the NCAA. They couldn't catch, a fly in, a room full of fly swatters.
Well, you've seen the numbers. You see how much the NCAA makes yearly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And there was a quote that came out in those taped recordings of the wiretap that said, you make millions of dollars off of one player every year.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's sad, and it is not what I like to talk about in sports journalism.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, like, obvious, like the way this went about, it seems very seedy, very, very, under the table. Adidas, a global company, and
also Cal Poly.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna say. I am kind of partially paid by Adidas, I guess. I'm also getting free Adidas gear tomorrow for my Cal Poly gig. So,
my goodness, FBI, come get this guy.
Actually, I'm wearing a wire right now. Full disclosure. I love Adidas. I love their shoes. I'm wearing their shoes right now. But this is some shady stuff, and it's very strange because on one hand, I want college players not necessarily to be paid like a salary. Like, I think people who try to say that all college football and college basketball players should be making a profit just by playing college basketball. I don't necessarily believe that, but I believe that players should be able to profit off their likeness. And then it's kind of a weird line between that and, well, you just literally bought this guy who, probably needs the money to go to a school, and you're hoping that he's going to then make you money. And you're also hoping to steer him towards a financial advisor who, defrauded people. So it's a very, very sticky situation because, like, on one hand, I don't necessarily have a huge problem with players making money off the fact that they're going to be college basketball players, but this is the wrong way to do it, obviously. Right. I would like if Adidas were able to just say, hey, we really like De'Aaron Fox. I don't know any of the incoming freshmen, so I had to use De'Aaron Fox. And we think he's going to be a great player at Kentucky, and I don't know if Kentucky's an Adidas or Nike school, so this could be totally off.
Well, use Louisville.
Okay. Louisville. Russ Smith. That's the last Louisville player
or John Smith, a random person going to Louisville.
But Russ Smith, he was the man at Louisville. Like, okay, I think he's going to like his attitude. I like the way he plays basketball. We want to sponsor Russ Smith for $25,000 a year. Like, I don't think there's necessarily a huge problem with that. Like, I would be okay with that. But the way that they're going about it and like trying to steer them towards obviously shady people who are facing 80 years in prison, it just leaves a poor taste in your mouth. But like I said, it's hard to be upset with the players because they're being forced into a situation if they're potential NBA players, which Brian Bowen, he's a 5-star. He's obviously looking towards the NBA. He's unable to join it because there's a rule that he has to be out of high school for a year. So, I think it's obviously bad that these people are trying to monetize these kids, and they're not obviously doing it for the kids' sake. They're trying to make money off them themselves, which is always a bad thing. So, you have anything else, Ben?
Well, I just hope that we have done our journalistic duty to pass along the information and give a little bit of our opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to jump around a little bit in our rundown right now because I don't want to go from non-sports news to non-sports news.
Yes.
So let's go to LeBron James. Talking about Kyrie Irving the other day.
Kyrie Irving.
And I got to say, at first, I wasn't on Kyrie Irving's side in this whole debacle.
Okay.
Do you have the soundbite queued
up?
I'm on his side now, and we're just going to play a little soundbite real quick, and then we'll talk more about it.
Okay.
When he was ready to take over the keys, I was ready to give them to him. So the only thing I'm upset about is that he took a lot of the DNA and the blueprints now to Boston. That's the only thing I'm upset about, really. Other than that, I mean, I wish the kid great health, and the kid wanted to do what was best for his, for his career. And
Okay, so first time I hear this interview, which it's a 25-minute interview, it's a long one.
Yeah,
I
he had a lot of stuff to say today.
I thought, wow, LeBron, he's kind of taking the high road here. You know, he's saying I was ready to give him the keys whenever he wanted it, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But then I listened to it a second time. In that one word, kid.
Wait, let's see if we can just isolate that word. Hope I got it.
in the blueprints now
Nope.
to Boston. The kid.
That word?
Kid,
That word.
Kid.
That bothers me.
Kid.
And we're going to keep going.
Kid,
So it
kid,
bothers you too.
Kid.
Because there's a 5-year difference between LeBron James and Kyrie Irving.
Kid.
There's a 5-year difference between me and my brother.
Kid.
My brother and I.
Kid.
If I were to feel like I was now a better basketball player than my brother, which I'm not going to be. The guy holds the California junior college record for threes in a game.
Kid.
But if I felt like I was going to be better than him one day and I would do better without him being there,
Kid.
if he comes out in a press conference a month or so after I leave
Kid.
and he calls me,
Kid.
I would not be happy about it.
Kid.
I would feel disrespected.
Kid.
And I can't imagine that this is the first time that Kyrie Irving has dealt with LeBron James's subtleties, his just passive aggressiveness. And I got to tell you, I'd go to Boston too.
Yeah, no, I think I like LeBron.
Best player in the world. I'm
Yes.
okay with saying that.
Best player in the world. I pretty much stand with him with everything that he's gone through. I've never been one of the people who are like, oh, LeBron's a joker. He passes too much, blah, blah, blah. I've always kind of been on his side, even although I was none too happy that he went to Miami, but I respected his decision to do that. But the thing that maybe is, yes, the most critical of LeBron is he can be very passive aggressive, especially with his teammates. I mean, that like you can be passive aggressive to President Trump, or you can be passive aggressive to Dwayne Wade when he's not on your team, or you can be passive aggressive to, Paul George when you're facing the Indiana Pacers. But like to be passive aggressive to your own teammates and subtweeting them,
much less a person who won him an NBA championship in Kyrie Irving.
Whoa.
Okay, that shot will go down in history as one of the best shots in NBA Finals history.
Okay, well, what is the best block in NBA history?
Okay.
Bar none. LeBlock.
Right,
Number
that's
one.
fine. I don't understand your obsession with LeBron and Russell, but I think Kyrie Irving...
I'm not obsessed with LeBron. I cannot say the same about Russell Westbrook.
I know you are obsessed with Russell Westbrook. It's honestly a little creepy.
Russell. Okay.
It's almost a Shakespearean...
It is, yeah. It's definitely
kind
going
of
to be
obsession.
a tragedy one day when he stabs me because I get too close. But until then, I still love him. So, as you were saying?
But legitimately, I think Kyrie Irving is one of the top 4 players in the NBA right now.
Whoa! Okay.
For sure the best finisher in the NBA right now. Are you back there cringing?
Okay, he's the best. Yes, he is definitely the best layup finisher.
He can hit threes too late in games.
I know,
He's
but
clutch.
But you can't say like finisher because he hits a finisher around. You're thinking like finisher around the rim when you say
yes,
finisher.
I am.
Like, no, not to go back to my man, but I think Russell Westbrook, when he throws down a jam, maybe just as good as a finisher as your boy Kyrie Irving.
Russell Westbrook is going to be overshadowed this year, and you're going to be real sad.
Well, yeah, I probably will be. He's going to average like a measly 28, 15, and 8. It's going to be great.
Switch those numbers around.
8, 25, and 15?
No, I didn't think that was true.
Okay. No, okay, yes. No, I'll give you he is the best finisher. I will give you he's a great shooter.
The handles are insane.
I will give you that he may have the best handles in basketball history. I mean, besides maybe the professor. The professor's the man. Watch And One mixtape tour. He makes everyone look foolish out there. But he doesn't play very good defense. And I mean, this isn't too big of faint praise, but it's kind of, I guess. He's not really like much of a point guard. I would say LeBron was much more of a point guard than Kyrie. I mean, just because Kyrie's the shortest guy on the team, Kyrie is a scoring.
But whose fault do you think that was?
Kyrie.
That LeBron had to become the point guard.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's find Kyrie Irving's assist numbers
No,
before
I'm saying that
LeBron James came to town.
Okay, that's also his first, 3 years in the league? He's a young buck. He has nothing going for him yet. He needed to learn.
His career high in assists, he's been in the league for 6 years, is 6.1. You know what Russell Westbrook's is?
Don't tell me Russell Westbrook. You know that those stats are slanted. They have nothing to do with anything NBA.
Okay, well, you know what Steve Nash's is? I don't know why I brought up Steve Nash, but he's a point guard. Anyways.
Point guards now are not the same as point guards even 10 years ago.
I will name you. You said he's a top 4?
No, I would like to. He's definitely top 4 offensive.
Okay, yeah.
You can live with that.
I can live with that. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I can live with you saying that.
But you also, no matter what, have Russ in the top 1 spot. So
no, I would say if I could pick any player to have 1 year, it would be LeBron. If I could pick any player to have for the next 10 years, it wouldn't be Russ because
it'd probably be Kyrie.
No.
For the next 10 years to build your program around, I would take Kyrie in a heartbeat.
For the next 10 years, I would probably take the Greek Freak.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. He can play defense. He's like 7 foot tall. He can be a point guard. He can slam a jam dam. Anyways, so back to LeBron and his passive aggressiveness. I mean, he was being criticized when he was, being passive aggressive towards Kevin Love when they were kind of on that losing streak last year. Like they're kind of around the skids around the December, January area, I believe. And, he was subtweeting his own player, like guys in his team. And, he's like, there's always these rumors about him trying to get someone traded or trying to trade for someone else, which, I mean, to me, like the fact that, and this is just, I guess, a bigger commentary on sports in general, but if you were a player, so like Dallas Keuchel, right? For the Houston Astros, their best pitcher. Did he win the Cy Young last year? Maybe. He was close.
He might be winning it.
After the trading deadline, before the waiver deadline, but after the normal trading deadline, he was upset because they didn't trade for another pitcher, which they ended up doing in Justin Verlander later. But like, if you're the every other pitcher on that team, are you kind of like, dude, WTF? Like, I know you're talking about me. Like, doesn't that kind of like brew some bad chemistry? Which, bringing it back to LeBron, he does that a lot. And, I mean, he's an amazing player and he's amazing to play with, like on the court chemistry wise, but he is not exactly the greatest teammate when it comes to chemistry off the court, unless you're Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, like,
did you see that video of them today?
No, I didn't.
The two of them? It's pretty hilarious. They're just kind of sitting, getting interviewed, and Dwayne Wade's making fun of his hair, pretending he has a magic marker to color it in. So it's kind of cute.
Yeah, a little cutish. Kind of like we're gonna be like that in like 10 years.
Well, yeah, I'm already balding, so we got that going.
Yeah. If we can get to the NBA, we're gonna recreate that scene.
Yes.
Chances are high.
Club and Fletch, Wade and LeBron. Okay. We're all gonna be best friends. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, look out, Chris Paul and Carmelo. We're gonna be on the banana boat. Not you guys. We're kicking you off. So yeah, no, I understand where Kyrie came from, but that said, his segment on First Take was kind of strange. Did you see that? Okay. I saw clips of it.
I wouldn't take anything Kyrie says too seriously because, first of all, he believes the world is flat.
Yeah.
And did you see B.O.B.? Is this what you're going to say? This is hilarious. B.O.B. has started like a GoFundMe, right?
Yeah.
For research to prove that the world is flat.
You know what the best part is?
The people are actually listening to him?
Well, that. But do you know what the most popular song ever by B.O.B. is?
I got the man. No. Airplanes.
Airplanes. Like Shooting Stars. Like, how can you have a song that is about flying things? Like, maybe this is like a subliminal message by him and Haley Williams trying to like say that they don't believe that airplanes or shooting stars actually exist because the world is flat. But if you really put 2 seconds of thought into it, he wants to put a satellite. I can't talk about it. Thinking about it. Okay, I gotta turn the music off because it's gonna make me laugh. I'm just gonna be trying to pick apart his lyrics to try to find out where he comes out as a truther in there. But how can you believe that you are going to